Today, Ashley is going to be talking about the roadmap of the mortgage process when buying a home.
Yeah, and so what we were just talking about is, the first step is a pre-approval, which is your license to actually get out there and start talking to Emilio and his team. And I feel that most people start to call. They have no clue what the process entails, what's going to be expected from them, how long the process takes. It's not rocket science. The very first step is me, okay? And I don't get the glamorous part of the job as far as going to see all the houses and spending a lot of time with you. I usually have a phone conversation and then try to set up an appointment so I can learn about your short-term and long-term goals. When we're talking about a pre-approval, most people don't understand that it's based on several factors. So I'll have people call and say, well, I have 50 grand in the bank. Can I go out and buy a house? Well, that's great. That's one part of it, but that's not all of it. So credit is important. You definitely need to have a 580 credit score or higher.
580.
580. Okay, that's for most programs, government backed.
Not that high.
No, or 620. And let's say if it's underneath it, we can kind of look at some programs to see where we can get you in, let's say, the next 60 to 90 days, so we can get you to the point where maybe you can get pre-approved. We do want to see that you have a little bit of money in the bank. We are going to look at your bank statements. We're going to look at your income and your employment history. So a few things that tend to come up as well as misconceptions is, I haven't worked for 2 years, but I had a job history 5 years back. If we can find 2 years, even if we have to go 10 years back to find 2 years of employment history, would be okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know
college
that.
students. So they have schooling and they get out of college and they're ambitious and they want to buy a home, but they don't have the history. Well, your diploma, as long as you're working in the field that you graduated with, that's going to count as your job history. And then you get out with Emilio and his team, a professional realtor, and they're going to start showing you a home, and that's your house hunting step. That's step 2. You are going to see several different houses, and they're not all going to render the same mortgage payments because they have different taxes and insurance. So the best advice I give someone is that after you get educated, after you get pre-approved, while you're house hunting, if you fall in love, even if it's a Sunday at 6 o'clock at night, you call and you say, here's the address, and we're going to give you what the mortgage payments look like. We're going to talk about rates because they change daily, and we're going to customize that pre-approval letter to match what you're offering, so we give you the most negotiating power as possible. So we're doing processing. We're going to just verify everything about you. You filed your tax returns. Make sure there's no surprises. And then we're going to move you to the underwriting process where we're looking at the collateral, making sure the house appraised, having a third set of eyes look at your paperwork for no surprises. And then we're going to wrap it up and get what's called the clear to close. And that means that you're having a closing. You're going to get the keys.